Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Liz. On my channel, we talk about mental health, self-awareness, and real-life tools and techniques to help you live a healthier, more grounded, and more fulfilling life. If you've been feeling numb, burned out, or disconnected from yourself lately, you're in the right place. So let me ask you something to start us off. Have you ever wondered if there was a way to feel high without substances, without escaping, without anything outside of you? Well, before we get any further, let's slow things down for just a moment. If you can place your feet on the floor, then do that. Let your shoulders relax, unclench your jaw, and let's take a slow breath in through our nose for a count of 4. Now gently exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Good. Now let's do that one more time. In for 4. Out for 6. That's your personal anchor. Let's continue. Well, there is a way. There is a way to be high on life. And I know that because I've lived it. From my own experience, I know what it feels like to live in a state of natural euphoria. Not the chaotic kind, not the fleeting rush, but a steady, grounded sense of aliveness. And I won't sugarcoat it. It didn't happen overnight. It took healing. It took growth. It took training my mind. I had to build the right boundaries, set real standards for myself, and stay consistent with the things that kept me aligned. So, are you listening? I want you to reflect on this. What does your nervous system experience most days? Is it peace or is it survival? Now, psychology, talks about why this high is real. Psychologists have actually studied this state, not as fantasy, but as optimal mental health. Let's start with Abraham Maslow. Maslow is most known for his hierarchy of needs, but later in his career, he became fascinated by what he called peak experiences. These were moments people described as deeply joyful, timeless, connected, meaningful moments where fear quiets and the mind softens and life feels vivid. Maslow believed these moments weren't rare. They were signs of psychological health. So let me ask you, when was the last time you felt fully present in your life without distraction? When flow and engagement come into play, there is Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Csikszentmihalyi, who studied what people describe as the best moments and discovered flow. Flow happens when you're fully immersed in what you're doing. Self-judgment fades, time disappears, and joy becomes effortless. And here's the important part. Flow doesn't come from escape, it comes from engagement. So ask yourself, what activities make you lose track of time in a good way? Okay, now let's move on to depth psychology, alignment. Depth psychology takes this even deeper. Carl Jung believed that many people don't suffer because life is hard, but because they're disconnected from themselves. He called that the process of becoming whole individuation. When your inner truth and outer life don't match, your body feels it. It shows up as anxiety, burnout, emotional numbness. So here's a question to sit with. Without judgment, where in your life are you living out of alignment with who you truly are? Okay, now that you sit with that, let's take another slow breath here. In for 4 this time and out for 8. Okay, now meaning over pleasure is where we're headed next. So then there's Viktor Frankl. We've talked about him in the past. Frankl survived the Holocaust and taught that meaning, not pleasure, is what sustains us. He observed that people who felt their lives had purpose were more resilient, experienced deeper joy, and had a stronger will to live, even in suffering. Which brings us to this truth. Euphoria isn't the absence of pain, it's the presence of meaning. So ask yourself, what gives your life meaning beyond comfort? Okay, do you got it? Let's move on. Integration. What this means for you. When we put all of this together, something becomes very clear. The high on life feeling isn't chemical. It's regulatory, it's relational, it's intentional. It comes from the nervous system, safety, self-respect, boundaries, purpose, present. And when you stop chasing the high and start living in alignment, it finds you. Let's anchor that. Let's take another breath again, guys. In for 4 and out for 6. You feel the calm? Breath work is so important. So I'm going to leave you with the closing question. And I'd love for you to reflect on these closing questions and share them in the comment. What does being fully alive mean to you? Where in your life are you seeking escape instead of alignment? What boundary or habit could help you feel more grounded this week? And when was the last time you felt generally present in your own life? If this resonates with you, let me know. This is the kind of work we go deeper into here, and I'm always working to help you guys understand a little bit more about yourselves and finding that inner peace, purpose, and ultimately the passion to live the best life. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. As always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Till next time, bye.